Okay, here's the rest of my 3DO stuff. These are all games that came with the original box. So we've got Panzer General. I mean, I know this is about 80 something games that I have within these three boxes. It's a lot of stuff. Here's another 3DO just like the one up there. Hey, there's the cat. So we've got, gosh, games I've never even heard of. Panzer General, Robinson's Requiem, another shitty Madden game, Foes of Ali. Maybe we should try this one out. No, it's made by EML. I'm not going to bother with it. The Dauntless Encounter, featuring the chick from Wayne's World. Yeah. Space Hulk. Shockwave. D. Oh, here's one. Here's a classic. Rise of the Robots. So yeah, I mean, there's so much shit here. I'll probably, you know, if I have time and the willpower, I might actually do a 3DO review. But this is just part of my personal collection, and so yeah, I have about five. I think I have about five 3DOs, and then, gosh, all those games. I don't even know how many. God, it's got to be over 200 at least. So yeah, that's the 3DO stuff. Now on to the PS1. Alright, so here's my PS1 collection. I guess how the 32/64-bit era went down for me was I didn't actually own a system during that era. My brother owned both the N64 and the PS1. So, but of course, you know, I played them, and so I actually did buy a few games for those systems, but for the PS1 there's only a handful of games that I actually bought. The rest of the games were my brother's, which he either sold off or let people borrow them. They never gave them back, gave them away. A lot can happen over 10-12 years, these games, and my brother, he's not, you know, he didn't exactly keep track of all the stuff. Some of the stuff he sold off, so we're stuck with this small collection that I have here. I'd say about most of this I bought back in 2003 at places like Best Buy. Just, you know, went on a binge to go buy, you know, games that are on sale. Went to, like, you know, GameStop or Best Buy. Bought mostly like Final Fantasy type games, which I have yet to play or even in some cases open. So I got the Final Fantasy Anthology Collection. I believe this is Final Fantasy V and Final Fantasy VI. Yes. So we've got Driver 2, Xenogears. This is Duke Nukem Time to Kill, one of the actual original games that I bought back in the late 90s. When I was working in specialty retail. We've got Final Fantasy IX. This one's still unopened. We actually had, you know, non-greatest hits versions of a lot of these games, but we don't have them anymore for whatever reason. Final Fantasy Chronicles, Driver, Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy Origins, of course the Game Shark for. Well, actually, that's for the PlayStation 2. We have CNC 95. This was actually one of the originals that I bought in '99. Doom, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Metal Gear Solid. This is another one of the originals. Final Fantasy VIII, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, this is an original, Final Fantasy 7, and Lunar, Silver Star Story. That's it. Alright, so we're back in my brother's room where the N64 games are kept. Again, this is very modest. We've got, I think, 10 games here. We used to have more, but again, they were either sold off or they're just gone somehow. Got Showtime, Ogre Battle 64, Turok, StarCraft 64, Ogre Battle. What? 2 copies of Ogre Battle? The fuck? Okay, 9 games. Mario Kart 64, Resident Evil 2, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, and Star Wars Rogue Squadron. We used to have more games like Ocarina of Time, but don't know where they are now. So yeah, that's N64. Oh yeah, the N64 is over here. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so now we fast forward to 2001, or I'm sorry, 2000, and how I guess last generation went down was I bought my brother a PS2 for his birthday, and then in 2002 I bought a GameCube. Now for the GameCube we only have like 7 games. We have Resident Evil 0 through 4. We have Metroid Prime 3, or sorry, Metroid Prime, which is my brother's, and then we have this Zelda, this Ocarina of Time, which I bought for the Link to Faces of Evil review because I couldn't find the cartridge for the N64 version of Ocarina of Time. So that's all we have for the GameCube. For the PS2, again, it's more than the GameCube, but it's still relatively modest. Basically, I spent last generation in college, so I didn't have a whole lot of time to play video games, so I pretty much stuck to a handful of series, namely Resident Evil, Metal Gear Solid, Grand Theft Auto, and Final Fantasy, which you'll see here. And actually a lot of these games, I'd say about half these games were bought within back in my last semester in college, and half of them I haven't even played. So we got Grandia 3, Max Payne 2, Driver, Valkyrie Profile 2, Mega Man 8, we got the Devil May Cry trilogy, Final Fantasy X, Final Fantasy X2, Final Fantasy 12, Mega Man X Collection, God of War, Onimusha 1, 2, 3, Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, Xenosaga trilogy. My brother actually has the second one. I have 1 and 3. Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Grand Theft Auto 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Beyond Good and Evil, Resident Evil CVX, and Resident Evil 4. And last but not least, we have the DS games. We have Phantom Hourglass, we got Contra 4, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 12, Revenant Wings, haven't even opened it. Lunar Dragon Song, shitty ass game. Super Mario Brothers, and then we have for Game Boy Advance Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 5, Final Fantasy 6. So yeah, there you go. Alright, so here we are back in the computer room. This is our collection of 7 Wii games. The Twilight Princess, Mario Galaxy, Manhunt 2, Metroid Prime 3, Mario Kart Wii, Resident Evil 4, and Umbrella Chronicles. Alright, for the Xbox 360 we got Grand Theft Auto 4, Fallout 3, Mass Effect, Gears of War, Halo 3, Call of Duty 4, Perfect Dark Zero, and 99 Nights. And for the PS3 we've got Turok, Eternal Sonata, Assassin's Creed, SOCOM Confrontation, Metal Gear Solid 4, Call of Duty 4, Devil May Cry 4, Resident Evil 5, Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, Heavenly Sword, Enchanted Arms, and Oblivion. Oh, and of course, Resistance, Fall of Man.